Mm. Hey, happy Marketing Monday.
Yes. Hello. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh my God, such a busy, busy Monday. My goodness. Sorry we start just a few minutes late,
No
but
worries.
always love having Athenia Rodney on from Juneteenth NY. I'm Debra Dixon-Anderson from Light of Gold PR and Gold Wellness Circle, and we are super excited. Countdown, Athenia, to Juneteenth.
Indeed, the countdown is on.
Oh God, I can't believe it's finally almost here.
No,
It's
it's a bittersweet moment, but
yeah,
very exciting and very and I'm glad for it to be almost over.
yeah, me too. Me too. I'm like, oh my goodness, because once we're in it, I mean, we're in it, right?
Indeed.
It's been
And
amazing. It's been amazing. So, I wanted to first start off. So, first of all, I'm Deborah Dixon Anderson from Light of Gold PR. We do PR, marketing, branding, digital, and these wonderful marketing Mondays and Wellness Wednesday, which is coming. We never have a marketing Monday and a Wellness Wednesday in the
the
same week,
same week. Well, that's
but
a good thing. No overwhelm.
that. So we're excited about that. But I did want to share just the wonderful partnership that we've had. Because a lot of it's been based in sisterhood as well, which I think is so significant. I know we've had these lives before. We talked about the importance of partnership,
Yes,
but I think the sisterhood of how we've done this has been really special. Yes, yes,
I
it's
agree.
been
I agree. I was breaking up a little bit. So I was saying, yeah, I definitely agree. I think we saw each other last week, and you got to see my son, who, like we always talk about, I was pregnant
yeah,
when
yeah,
we first became like connected with each other. And initially, it was just about the business and how we might be able to support each other. And I think we've always been in that space of just like how we can work together to support each other's businesses, help to grow each other's businesses. And that was over 15 years ago. Um,
yes,
like,
yes. And your son is 15, so
yes.
he's like our marker for how long we've known each other. Yeah,
Indeed. It's like
yeah,
I feel like I have people who mark each of my children's birth. So I'm like, yeah, it's been this long. Like
yeah, yeah. You know what? It does help too. It's like, how
it
old is your
does.
son? Oh yeah, that's how long I've known you.
It
Yeah,
does.
so it's really cool. It's cool to see you and your kids and your family and the way your approach to Juneteenth. It is definitely a family affair, whether we're connected via blood or spirit. It's definitely a family affair. It's been such an honor to be able to partner with you and just see the growth of it and managing everything with it, which has been there's been fabulous, wonderful days, but then there's also been those times where it's been like challenging.
Yeah, yeah. So this is right. So this is the first time that you're on our advisory board this year.
Yeah,
So before we had worked with you, it was more as a consultant.
right,
And
right.
so being on the advisory board, yeah, you get to see all the ups and downs, a lot of crying moments.
Wow. It's a
And I think
lot.
people really don't understand like all that goes into creating events, all of the work that goes into it, all of the effort, the time,
Yeah,
and especially it almost frustrates me sometimes when people are like, "Oh my gosh, that's so much money. And I'm like, yeah, but what you're getting is so much more than the money that you're even paying. I'm like,
Yeah.
you will go to an event like, and no shame or no side on these other organizations, but like what's the sister event that happens at the that was happening at the Jacob Javits Center,
Oh,
and it was like
yeah.
right, Solar Sisters, and you would pay what $1,200-$1,500 for one of those tables or those spaces just because it's there in that space.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of people that would come out. I did it one time, and I
Me
was like,
too. Me
I
too.
lost so much money.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it was just the idea of me being able to say that I was there, and that I
Hmm.
got to experience it and stuff like that. But for me, it's
Right.
about being able to come back. Being able to build relationship. What else are you able to do? Is what you're doing for me only for that moment, and that's
Right.
why when I work with my vendors, when I work with all of the businesses, whether it be the restaurants that are a part of our Black Restaurant Coalition,
Hmm.
that we are working with, whether it's our fashion designers and our models that are a part of our fashion show, whether it's any of our community partners, we try to stay connected in some way. So again, like you said, it's building relationships throughout the
Hmm.
year, not just that moment.
Right. Yeah, I think that's so important. And I don't think that people don't realize just, I mean, you see the beauty of the events as they unfold, but really what goes on behind the scenes, what you see is like a flawless production, but behind the scenes, man, it's like, what? And I think the beauty of the Juneteenth NY family is very powerful because we do really work alongside each other,
Yeah.
in a true partnership and true
Yeah.
family style to make sure that everybody's supported and everybody is like, okay, you can't do that. I got you. I have time on this day. I have time on that day. So I really think that that's been so significant
I
as
agree.
far as how we work together, leveraging, I think in our partnership, leveraging our zones of genius and
Hmm.
what can we bring to the table to be able to make, help each other work better
Yeah.
and be better.
Yeah. I
So
I definitely agree with that. There's so many, and to your point, the team this year is so freaking dope.
yes,
Like
yes,
I can't even, I was sitting at church yesterday, and I literally was just in prayer and in awe because of how dope my team is this year.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone came in has been so amazing. Like I'm about to tear up now.
yeah.
They have been so amazing with how they support, just seeing how, like you said, everybody's been supporting each other. When something was, when people have been down, we've gone through funerals, we've gone through
Yeah,
weddings, we've gone through births, we have
yeah,
we have
yes,
birthdays.
really.
So we have
That's
definitely
true.
gone through the full gamut in this year already. And yeah, it's definitely been one of those years.
Yeah,
But this
it
has
has.
been, I would definitely say this has been one of the best years too for me.
Hmm.
Um, just overall because of the team. Like the team has really, like how everyone shows up and how everyone, is saying what they need also. Like that, I feel like especially when you're in a partnership, some
Yes,
people start to feel like, oh, I'm not um I'm feeling like I'm being taken advantage of, and instead of just fading to the back and complaining about it and talking about other people, like people show up, they're like, Athenia, I feel this way, how can we
right.
work to make this happen? And I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, this is what we can do in my capacity. And they're like, yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So, being in a space, and I always say to people, if you're going to join something, if you're going to do something, be in it with your whole heart. And
yeah,
when you're in it with your whole heart,
yeah,
that doesn't mean that you get to be abused. Like that is
right,
not what that
right.
means either. So, but say something. You can't wait until the end and
Right.
be like, oh, well, you didn't look at me. I got a million things on my plate.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
you
my
didn't say
gosh.
anything. Then how am I supposed to read your
Yeah.
mind?
And it's always so scary today. I think, I see something different with how people communicate. I don't know if it's because of COVID, post COVID, or whatever, but I just said it in a meeting that we had last week, our marketing meeting. It's like, use your words.
Right.
I
Use
have a
your
good
words.
friend of mine that says that it's like, I can't read your mind.
Right.
And a lot of times we jump to these assumptions that someone feels a certain way, or they should just know, how
Right.
I feel. It's like, excuse me, I have a lot of gifts and abilities, but I'm not a magician. I cannot read minds. So please use your words. I can't, just tell me. But a lot of times people walk away with hard feelings and they never articulated how they felt.
Right. In
It's
the
like,
moment.
how?
In the moment.
Yeah, exactly. So, we always try to have a open channel of communications, and then it's like, and then you got to shake it off. You say what you say, I say what I say, and it's like, okay, it's all love. Let's keep
Don't
it
harbor it.
moving.
Yeah, don't harbor it.
Right. We have work to do. So that's
Don't
exactly
harbor it.
right. So I am so excited about Juneteenth. I was in a meeting last week, and I always love educating people on what Juneteenth is,
Yeah.
because I'll get on a call, and there might be people who are not African American. They don't understand what Juneteenth means and
Mhm.
the significance of it. And I do love being in that moment where someone will just ask me, "Hey, what is Juneteenth?" You know, and because now it just like emerged once it became a holiday. It became, now it's like, most people are like, "Hey, I just got the day off. I don't really know why," but
That part. That part.
so why don't we talk about that, Athenia, like the history of June?
Sure. Just responding to people. We got a bunch of people logging in on Instagram, SB Stretchy. So welcome. And would y'all like to bring stretch practitioners to the event? Yes, I think somebody reached out to me earlier, and we did say we do have some space. Today is the very last day to get any of our vendors on. So you have until 3 p.m. today, because we have to send the list over to the mayor's office. Elmont Juneteenth is in the building. Hello. People aren't communicating
Yay.
full sentences anymore, is what Elmont Juneteenth said.
It is
Very true.
true. It's like, excuse me, I don't know what that means. Just one word.
Exactly.
And it's just too much sometimes. I really believe our communication skills have degraded significantly, because of so much technology that
Mhm.
we don't even realize. I've seen family members, friends who have been friends for years just fall out over a text message. It's just like, I'm done, and it's
Yeah,
sad.
and that's why I call them social media gangsters.
Yeah,
They'll talk all of that smack on here, and I'm
yeah,
like, I'm the first one to be like on the phone, like, hello.
yeah. Let's
So
talk.
what exactly is going on? Like, what's the issue?
Right.
How can we
Let's
resolve this? Because I don't have time for the back and
right.
forth.
Exactly.
I'm not that regular Joe Schmo person that has the time to sit there and do the pettiness. I
Yeah,
don't have time for it, and I don't make time for the
yeah.
pettiness. So I'm like, let's squash
And
it.
it's
Let's
such
move on.
powerful energy too.
Yes.
Just like have that just continue, and just people will just like keep it going. And nobody actually picked up the phone. Nobody actually
No.
talked in person.
No.
We
That
really, really have to do better with that,
that
as
part.
a community. And that kind of crosses all different cultures,
It does. It definitely does. It is not something that is just in the Black community. I mean, we talk about
Yeah.
it. I do marriage ministry sessions with my husband, and we talk about it in that space. And we're like, what they say, women are from Mars and men are from Venus. So
Yes.
it's like, when it's really, we have to do more just communicating with each other,
Yeah.
sharing our feelings, and especially after COVID, we should be more in a space of like saying I'm not okay. If you're not okay, like that's no right to say that I am not okay. And
Right.
let's figure out
Right.
how to move forward.
Let's
Oh,
figure out. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and it's just so important that we do that. So I'm
back to
excited.
your comment. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
excited. I'm excited
back
because
back to your question.
yeah.
So
So
sorry. We
let's
got
talk
people
about
on Instagram.
all the great stuff we have coming up. It's amazing.
Indeed. But I
Yeah,
wanted to go back to your first question
the
when you were
history of
asking about the
Juneteenth.
history of Juneteenth, right? So
Yes, let's
because
do that.
every year we follow a theme. And the reason I usually do a theme is because it's something that has showed up typically the year before as far as a concern or questions that have definitely come up. So you already have our theme for next year, because the conversation around the flags has been so prevalent that we really want to be able to share about that. So this year,
Yes.
our theme is unveiled, understanding from our roots. And the reason why we needed to go back to that is, in essence, a lot of times as we're learning about history, we hear bits and pieces of it, and we don't stop to go and research it on our own. We don't stop to go do some of the footwork that it requires in that space, right? And so Juneteenth, yes, it became a national holiday in 2021.
Mhm.
And in some of the states also adopted it, but not all. So I think
Yeah.
46 or
Yeah.
something like that out of the 50 states have adopted it as a federal holiday, which means that they are allowing their federal employees to get off on that day.
Mhm.
However, what
Mhm.
exactly does Juneteenth mean? Because I also have Black people are like, oh, I'm not celebrating Juneteenth. Like, why would I
Yes.
celebrate that? And I'm like,
Yeah.
because it is a day of commemoration, just like we celebrate the 4th of July, when we're like, wow, we were free. Is the same thing that we free from the bondage of who we were connected to, and it's the same thing with Juneteenth. Juneteenth was when African Americans in the United States were, well, should I say specifically, in Galveston, Texas, when they found out that they were free. So 2.5 years before that was when the Emancipation Proclamation was created, right? This is a document. This is a creed that basically said that African Americans, as long as they did right in the world, meaning they didn't get
Yes.
in trouble and get arrested, that they were able to be free. That's the caveat a lot of people don't really think about or talk about, but that whole, if you are do right in the world, right,
Yes.
then you are considered free. So basically, those who end up going to jail, you become captive slaves, and
Mhm.
have to do exactly what they're telling you, because it's in
Yes.
our Constitution, right? So with
Yes.
this Emancipation Proclamation, they fought, they won in
Mhm.
Virginia. The
Right.
generals that were there were then sent over to Texas to help them fight the civil war that they had going on down here. That's what people don't know. However, there was a storm, and the infantry that was going to Texas got rerouted, and they ended up in Galveston, Texas. So when they landed in Galveston, Texas, just imagine seeing 3,000 of Black men in uniforms with guns coming through a community. You like, what the heck is going on? So it made people stop and ask, like, who are you? What's this about? And they were
Yeah.
like, we're coming to let everyone know. Like, it looks like the slave, like, people are still enslaved here. We
Right.
we fought and we won 2 years ago that they
Yes.
should be free.
Yes. That's
What's going on? And they were like, oh, well, we didn't hear nothing about it. It's like, well, we're here. Obviously they didn't. It's not going to be. You got to imagine you coming to tell somebody that their slaves are no longer, that their workers are no longer able to work to them for free. They're not going to
Mhm.
be like, oh, okay, sure, go ahead, do what you want to
Not
do. No,
sure.
they put up a fight. But
Yeah.
again, this was a military, and they had just
Mhm.
finished winning in Virginia for
Mhm.
that, for our own Civil War. So that's part of the reasons why they went there. So once they paraded through the streets, letting everyone know that they were free, they put up signs on all of the churches, and it basically stated
Mhm.
their credo, and we call the General Order 5. And those who come out on Saturday, we're going to be reading the General Order so that you can hear some of the things that they were able to do, able to marry who they wanted, able to own their own properties, able to find their own employment, able to go to the churches that they want and to abide by their own faith. Like some of the things, able to vote, the things that we take for
Oh,
granted
yes.
today, that we don't
Yes.
we don't take advantage of. Like people
Right.
died so that
Yeah.
we can have this, and we are
People
still
die.
in this space of like, oh, I'll do it if I have time. No, it's not about do it if you have time.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah. Make time. Make
Exactly.
time. If you make time for other things, that's that comment, Athena, that you had said, that someone else said, well, why would I celebrate Juneteenth? Is really a sad statement. Now, on the 4th of July, you go to that barbecue, don't you? Don't you
So we do.
celebrate Labor
And,
Day?
and nobody asks, why am I
Don't you
celebrating
just,
that?
all these other holidays that get celebrated, nobody asks anything. Sure, I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July. I'm going to celebrate all these other holidays, but Juneteenth, as a person of color, as an African American, it's means a lot,
Exactly.
to us. And you have to think about um, slavery. How many people did not jump out of those boats, and commit suicide? Those are all lost people.
Yeah.
And we stand on their shoulders because our ancestors stayed in the boat. They were in chains, they were beaten, they were enslaved. They went through all sorts of changes because they didn't commit suicide. They did not jump out of that boat and kill themselves. We wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for them.
Exactly.
So what they went through, we honor their memory. And with the flag raising, which was so powerful, I was so glad to be able to attend that on Thursday. It was, everybody, you missed a fantastic, wonderful event that was held at Bowling Green Park on Thursday. And let me tell you something. Athenia was a flawless facilitator. Okay. It was amazing. And it was just such a powerful event just to have that, even to see the reenactment, because it puts in your mind, man, what did my ancestors do? I am so grateful, that they made that sacrifice.
Yeah.
For me to be able to, as much as we're complaining about the rights that are slowly being taken away, think about how many rights they had back then. None. So
exactly. They had to live, eat, work, walk by their master's law.
yeah, right.
And
That's
as
right.
like you said, we're forgetting that, and because we are forgetting it, it's slowly being taken away from us
Yeah,
again.
it is.
And,
It is.
the Fearless Fund, shout out to them. I really, I give, all prayers to them. I'm constantly praying for their organization and for other organizations like theirs who are helping minority organizations to come up by giving them grants to support their businesses. They are under attack, y'all. And I don't think people
Yes.
understand what
Mhm.
that means. If
Yeah.
this goes through,
Yes.
and it becomes official, that
Mhm.
means that other grants that are for just African Americans will be no more.
Right. That's right. And you know what? We can I'm just going to put it out there. We have been hit. Juneteenth Juneteenth NY has been hit personally by the funds being cut. DEI being cut is a real thing. So, and unfortunately, the funding that was there before has been slashed significant, meaning that the funding ain't funding. Okay, just
That
like
part.
lifing, the
Ain't
funding
like
ain't funding. It ain't happening. So,
I like that. The funding ain't funding.
it ain't. So that means that all of you who want to help Juneteenth NY with their work continue, please donate.
Yeah.
Please find a way to give monies to donate. Um, just don't go to Dunkin' Donuts a couple times this week, and you can create a monthly a monthly fund that you could go ahead and help Juneteenth with. I love Dunkin' Donuts. I'm willing to give up my Dunkin' Donuts iced coffees or my lattes, and then it starts to add up. But we have to be able to
Yeah.
support
Our
organizations
organizations.
that support us,
Yeah.
and things
That
that
part.
support to
That
us.
that part. The organizations that support us, because
That's
we're
right.
we're we're not we're
Yes,
not doing that part. We're going out and
that's
we're
right.
supporting all of these other organizations. And look, we try to put the bells and whistles on everything that we do. Like,
Mhm.
we're not that typical organization. We're definitely here to try to change the narrative. I
Yes,
hate the narrative that, all Black people are always late, that we're always broke
exactly.
about things, that we do
Not true.
think things don't look good, that
Right.
things gotta be ghetto, like all of those things like that. All of those narratives are definitely not narratives that we try to have
Yeah.
present for our event. You know, now, like you said, life happens, and do things
Yes.
cause other things to happen? Yes, but
Mhm.
intentionality is definitely never to start early. Like, we are out there from 5 o'clock in the morning preparing for you to come and meet us at 10. Okay, that's
Yeah.
making sure that the streets are cleaned, making sure that garbage is picked up off the side of the streets, putting out chairs, putting out tables, putting out tents, putting up the stage, putting up decorations so that things
All of
look
that.
beautiful and so that you feel comfortable and confident, making sure that security is in place, making sure that bathrooms are in place, that we have backups for tissue and toilet paper and
Yeah.
cleaning supplies. Like,
A
all of
lot.
those things go
It's a
into, and this is before 8 o'clock. Like, we're doing
before
all that
even
before 8
starting.
a.m.
That's just before even starting. So let's talk about everything that's coming up, because the Black Kings event is
Yes.
coming up. That's going to be fabulous, wonderful. Just honoring Black men in the community that do wonderful, wonderful work. So that's
Yes.
coming up on Thursday. What's going on
So
this
I
time of year?
So we are, yes, so we have our event on Thursday, and that is going to be starting at 6 o'clock. Tickets we still have available. Actually, we said that we were going to do some raffles today. Is that not correct? For
Right.
we have 2 tickets that we want to give away
Yeah,
to
we're
two
supposed
people who can share in the chat this question, because this has been the number one question. What color is
oh
the
yes.
Juneteenth flag? The first person who shares with us what color the Juneteenth flag is will get 2 complimentary tickets that is worth $300 to
Yes.
join us for our Black King celebration on this Thursday at 8 o'clock. Now, if you are not available at that time, don't answer the question, okay? Because I don't want you to be like, "Oh, I gave you the answer, but you're not available." This is for people who are actually available. It will be held in Brooklyn. So and
Yeah,
we'll give the
be really
information out
nice.
for those who reach out. So I'm looking, you look on your end, I'm looking on my end,
Yep, we're
and
looking.
I am trying to see who all, if anyone shared in the chats about the flag. Oh, more than 3/5. Thank you. Hey, what's up, girl? She's like, I think they did a great job leading the flag raising. Someone was like, Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Why can't we celebrate Juneteenth with joy? Yes.
Yes,
Very
absolutely. Yes,
nobody.
absolutely.
Nobody. I ain't see nobody drop in
Nobody.
that. Really? Okay. Nobody wants these
We're looking
tickets.
on ours. We're looking on ours too.
What date do we have to be available? This Thursday.
This
Thursday
Thursday. This
is
Thursday.
the 14th.
Yes. Yeah, this
Sorry, the
Thursday.
13th. I keep saying the 14th, the 13th,
The
June 13th.
13th.
June 13th, this Thursday, is the date
Yeah,
that you have to be available. So
yes. It is
anyone,
so nice.
uh, I'll leave it out. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna write the question.
Yeah.
What color is the Juneteenth flag?
Yep. I'll message my team, see if they could go ahead and post it.
Color is the Juneteenth flag. Win free $300 tickets to our Juneteenth Black Kings event. 2 tickets to Juneteenth
Mhm.
Black Kings. All right, let's see. Let's see if
So
somebody
let's see
drops it.
what happens. So we
Okay.
tried.
So
We put it out there.
indeed. So we have for our Black Kings, our team has been doing some like dope things behind the scenes. There'll be plenty of activations to take some dope pictures. We are honoring 21 African American men, which is something that in the past 2 years, 90% of the men have shared that they have never been honored by anyone outside of their own organization, and that is heartbreaking because
Yeah.
they are doing some amazing things. When I tell you, like, I mean, as far as artists, as far as faith-based individuals, as far as creatives are concerned, as far as people in the financial community who are helping Black organizations, Black people to expand community work, working with children like it's their own, like all of those different areas. And these are under the 7 principles of Kwanzaa is
Mhm.
what they have been doing, and it is blows my mind.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of people. Somebody M Fly said red, black, and yellow. Okay, I'm not gonna say the answer yet, but that is not the correct answer. Um, Someone said Black Kings is a must go to event. We honor 21 Black men. We never honor our men. Very true. And that's exactly why I wanted to make sure that we were doing that, because we are constantly going around and demeaning them. And you can't put people down and expect them to be, and it's the same as like African Americans. It's like, oh, if you're constantly saying, oh, you dumb, stupid, and ugly,
That's right.
it makes it difficult for people to
That's
rise above that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we
how
have,
do you expect? How do you? I mean, it's amazing how much we've been able to succeed
yeah,
by getting treated a certain way.
yeah,
It's amazing. Just and so the expectation that, well, I want you to be this, but meanwhile you're not going to pour into me, you're not going to compliment me, you're not going to treat me well, you're basically abusing me, but I
exactly,
still want you to be perfect and do great things.
exactly,
That doesn't make any sense.
exactly.
So yeah,
And it's like,
absolutely.
as a human, what do you expect from yourself? Like, what do
Yeah.
you
Yes,
and it
absolutely.
says in the Bible, like, to give what you treat others, treat your neighbor like you want you treat yourself. So would you treat yourself that way? Would you demean yourself? Would you beat yourself up? Would you, like, making
Yes.
sure that we're putting
Right.
out into the world what we want to see. So
Right,
um
right. So I know we're running short on time. Let's talk
yep.
about the community day on Saturday. I'm excited because I have two booths there. I have a Light of Gold PR booth and I have
Okay.
a Wellness Circle booth. So we're doing everything wellness, everything that we can share about wellness. We're doing at that booth. We're going to have face painting for the kids and tattoos, but you can find out about our wellness programming. I think one of the things I'm so excited about that we've been able to put together is just for people who just wanted to be able to be at our booth. They said, Look, and what can we do to still be part of this?" And I said, "Well, we're going to have like our advertising and our promotions to show that you're a small business and you want to be part of this. So we're going to have that literature on our Light of Gold PR table, and so we're
Nice.
super excited about that. And our companies include KBG Artistry, Katani Brand involved. So helps me with events and so much in my Light of Gold PR business for the past 8 years. The Nubian Conservatory of Music, which is also based in Brooklyn. So they do this wonderful music school for kids, classical music, for inner city students. Nurse Support Network, they are
Nice.
also advertising. Trademark Inspector, they do copyrights and trademarks. And Lifestyles with Singrid also is a podcast. So, we're excited that they said, look, we can't physically be there, but we want to be part of it. What do we need to do? And
I
so
love
that's how
And,
they're
and I hope you're sharing with people like the importance, especially with that trademark and copyright. Like, we, even
yes.
us as an organization, I am
Ooh,
so glad that I had the foresight to put our logo as trademark and copyright,
yeah,
because it has been tried to be stolen. I've seen
so many times.
organizations in California using our logos, and we've had to send them cease and desist letters.
Yes, yes,
And some who are like, "Oh, we've already put it out. Can we just pay you for it?" So it is definitely. It's also been an opportunity for us to be able to make money off of our
yeah.
brand, our logo. So
Wow.
it's definitely something to
Major.
worth looking into. So I would definitely encourage anyone who
Yes.
is interested and is not sure what that means, to go and visit Deborah's table at Light of Gold PR. to learn a little bit more about that copywriting. But for our Saturday event, we are starting off the day at 8 a.m. with our parade. And it's the first time that East New York has ever had a parade of the magnitude that we are bringing to the table. Now, we did this in 2019. We had a parade. We had about 100 people that walked with us down the street. This year, we have over 1,200 people already signed up, and our goal is to get to 2,000. So, if you are a nonprofit organization, a school, a marching band, a dancing group, and you are interested in joining us, if you have a group of 10 people or more and interested in joining us, we welcome you to go to our website, JuneteenthNY.com, and register under parade. It is definitely going to be something out of this world.
Amazing.
We have some military individuals who are going to be joining us to help us do a reenactment of what it looked like to be walking through the streets of Galveston, Texas, letting people know that they were free. We'll have some marching bands with us, some dancing groups. So even if you don't want to walk the parade with us, standing on the side to watch and to see all of the great things will be amazing. And we're going to be going down Pennsylvania Avenue. So we're blocking off one of the major roads in New York City. Okay. Next to Eastern Parkway, Pennsylvania Avenue is a major throughway going from Jackie Robinson to the Belt. That is a major throughway. Okay. So
That's
just
major.
imagine we are able to do that.
Yes. So that's amazing. The festival itself starts at 10. That's where all the vendors, the stage, everything's going to be starting. I mean, the parade, I'm so excited about the parade as well. I can't wait to see that. It's going to be so great. And then at 10 o'clock, so, make sure you're rested.
Right. Make sure you're rested because this will be a day to explore for sure.
Yes.
10 o'clock, we kick off at this stage. We're going to be talking about the history. So like I said, we're going to be reading off what the general orders were on the stage. We're going to be doing libations because we want to pay homage to all of those ancestors who we just talked about, who passed away, who died, who tried, who made waves for us. We want to give them homage. So make sure that you have in mind who you want to honor on that day as well when you show up. We're going to sing our Black national anthem in true Black style, for sure. And then we kick off with the games and activities on the field. So we have not just the street, but we also have the park. So we'll have the Nets doing clinics, basketball clinics between 1 and 3. So definitely register to sign up for that. We need waivers for anything having to do with the sports and activities, but we definitely want to see you there. We'll have baseball. We got basketball, soccer, we got golf, we got tennis, we got football, and then basketball. I think it's we got a lot going on. And then we'll have Home Depot that'll be doing workshops with the kids. And that's going to be first come, first serve. Right. And the kids, we have a bunch of businesses that are going to be doing like story time, reading books, giving out free books. Like we have so much going on in that space. And then we are going to end off the day with our dynamic duo. And if y'all have been following us on Instagram, y'all have been seeing our fashion show. Like they are been killing the game. Like I've been trying to get I've been trying to get my whole life together to make sure that energy, because they have been bringing all the Juneteenth African American energy that they've been embodying it and walking. So I'm looking forward to having that happen as well.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think we have 7 designers that'll be there. We have over 100. So like that is going to be the cake, and that starts at 3:30. So come early, get some food because we're gonna have a lot of food vendors,
a lot of food trucks, a lot of food vendors,
some stuff from the local businesses. Support them. Bring your roller cart bag. And I'm telling y'all, bring the roller cart bag, y'all, because y'all gonna be walking out here with a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna be walking out there. The vendors have some amazing products and services. We're gonna have our product on our Go Wellness Circle table because we sell product for our fundraisers because we are a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. So we got Michelle Obama purses, we got earrings, we got necklaces. We have that at our table. But I got to tell you, I've been to this Juneteenth before, and this is before it got this big. So I'm looking forward to buying some product myself, so they have some wonderful stuff out there. It's just really going to be fantastic. Yeah. So definitely.
Awesome. And we might have some surprise guests. I heard, my lip gloss is popping, might be showing up. So
okay.
Mom's the word, but I definitely hope that you all are in the building. Even if it's just to stop by for a couple of hours. Trust me, even if you stop by for a couple of hours, just put a buffer because you're probably not going to want to leave.
You're not going
to be having so much fun.
You're not going to want to leave. Yeah. You're not going to want to leave. So just be prepared for that. So, wow. Well, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm already getting ready myself. I'm already packing my suitcases for everything I'm bringing with me. I had to start early because it's going to be a big day. So thank you so much, Athenia, for joining us. It's going to be phenomenal.
Me, Debra. It was a pleasure talking with you.
.com and then Light of Gold PR. We got links going back over there too. We have all the information there. Also, please join us for Wellness Wednesday. Anthony Smith is going to be our guest. We're going to be talking about meditation and mindset and the importance of that. That's going to be at 12:30 on Wednesday. So please join us for that. But thanks everybody for hopping on with us. Please be there for Juneteenth. Come on out. It's going to be phenomenal. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic. So we will see you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.